Good morning, friends. I just started a video. I was just doing my little wash up. Someone phoned on the damn phone. That was so annoying. Okay, so I'm just gonna do face. Look, I'm not washing my hair. I'm just doing it. Oh, a little fluffy, sort of making my hair feel fresher. I washed it this other day, so everything's good. And I arranged with a lady who does my hair, Christine, who's awesome. And also makes the world's greatest butter tarts ever, ever, ever. Beyond the world, better than anywhere, any planet. I challenge anyone to beat the butter tarts of Christine. Mima is the name of the business. Woohoo! MEEMAW, I think. Okay. Which my friend Don, who Raven calls Don, thought it meant sort of like Mima's baking, sort of a play on things, because I had told him she was Newfie, because he is. And oh god, here we go. And so he thought maybe that was kind of a play on what a Newfoundlander would say and stuff, but he was wrong. It was a name that Christine's little grandchild, I think, grandchild or nephew, niece, called her before they got all their words correct and learned. So I feel better. Nice. It's a nice foggy day at the moment till the sun gets out. I mean, how many times I almost wrecked my glasses just pulling through a shirt. It's a silly habit. Okay, I'm feeling ordinary-ish. How's my hair? Yes, excellent. I'm getting kind of a ducktail thing forming here, rockabilly. That's not my intentions, I promise you. Never ever got interested in rockabilly sound or rockabilly look. It never did it for me. Oh, that feels good. Oh. That feels good. Oh, that's why that fell. Now I'm getting it. Takes me a while. Hot water. Anytime I want. I might actually do another face thing now that it's really hot. That would feel so good. And then, of course, I'm not in the picture. Wow, it was great. It's just the heat feels pretty good. Wow, it's amazing what becomes a luxury when you are without certain things. It's a really good exercise, and I'm embracing it. I am embracing it. But, I have my moments. I do have my moments. Now, of course, I don't know where I put my glasses. Felt horrible last night. I promised I would be transparent, so I'll tell you. I've been dealing with a fair bit of stress just recently with it's coming close. I've got to coordinate getting my trailer towed out of the way, putting in an extension cord, which my electrician Michael Gallo has made. I just have to go and get it. Friggin' awesome guy. I am so I'm so lucky with so many people around here. And I'm also learning how to, make business deals with the greatest integrity possible when I'm compromised. How to pull that off and hold some respect from the people around. It's not easy, because if you just had money flowing, you could just, Yeah, and everyone will be like, oh yeah, great guy. But when you haven't got much to try and get things done and carefully parcel off segments and things, it's hard. It's really hard. You know, and keep up on payments and things when other payments and stuff are coming out. Ugh, don't like it. But anyways, Michael's got the extension cord done. Dougie said he can come in on Monday and do the digging. And so I've got to get the trailer moved. The only day I have off is Sunday, just before Monday. So it's awesome that I have that day that I left open for this. So then I've got to find a way to move that trailer and replug it in so that Dougie can come in and do his thing on Monday. So that was what I was working on. This, you know, good enough stress because I wasn't sure if the cable would be done in time. Then I'd have to postpone Dougie, and then my house, my living space would be delayed, and it just gets, you know, and if you're living in a box on the street and you have a small living space getting done and it gets delayed and the winter is still coming, you get kind of stressed. And that's more or less what my story is. Well, now I've got a cord, so, but I got to figure out pulling the trailer. It doesn't sound like a big thing, but at the moment I don't have anyone to do it. I'm going to ask my friend Chris, I'm going to ask my neighbor John, just as backups. But I think if I get the right ball for my truck hitch, I'm only pulling it like 60 feet. But I mean, I've just never done it before, so always when I haven't done something and it's a lot of stuff to ruin if I do it wrong, I get a little nervous. But anyways, that's what Sunday is going to be. But I just got a email from my ex-accountant, which we finished off with. Raven ended before she passed away. Just, well, for the reason of I just think we had the wrong accountant for what we need, and just ended up costing more money than I would ever earn. So I got, bring my coffee out here. So I got this email, and it was saying that I owe a total of about $7,000-ish, you know, and I'm just like, oh my God, is it gonna stop? You know, the money owed. And that's after we paid off so much, you know, and this is all this fucking lockdown and shit, you know, and it, like, so the government takes away my rights, freedom to work for most of that time. My payments keep coming out, and I keep getting the phone calls and stuff, but I don't have the money coming in because I'm not allowed to work. They offer me a measly $900, which I didn't even bother getting most of the time because it was just fucking pathetic. And what am I gonna have here? So anyways, circumstance put us in a hole. Lost the house, lost everything. We were already shaky on the house, but I was just getting going into the city and going all over the place and working. So I was getting money again, and I was starting to pay off things. And then lockdown happened, and it just destroyed us on that level. Well, there's only half of me left. One could say, well, Raven might not be here anyways, but I think she would have been here longer because lockdown gave her the world's worst medical service. Maybe it would have been worse anyways, but I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. So she probably would be still here. They approximate five years, but she didn't even have a chance. So anyways, don't want to go on a rant, but so we lost our house, but not without paying off all debt as much as we could. So almost all debt, I should say, and now I'm just getting the last remnants of anything left over from as the dust clears. But man, you know, here I am in this situation because of the government's choices, you know, and then I get these I just keep getting charged more. They just gouge me for more money. I just get sick of it. Like, why do I have to fucking, Anyways, I feel good that I'm feeling anger. I know anger is not a good thing. I'm just holding on to it for a while because I was feeling absolute anxiety, depression, kind of a balance last night, overwhelm in general. It doesn't happen that often, but it happened, and it was not comfortable. I was up in the middle of the night, and yeah, didn't feel good. So a little bit of anger coming out now while I'm talking on video to you guys is good, because I can feel it clearing the other stuff, and then I'll be feeling much better today after I walk the dog, have my coffee. So I wanted to tell you guys this, and already I'm starting to feel better, so thank you for listening, even though you're listening later, but I'm still feeling better now, so something, time is an illusion. Time is an illusion. So that's pretty well my next bunch of days. I have some work to do around the place, just trying to get as much done as I can before the weather gets colder and the snow flies, and trying not to get panicky. And most of the stuff I don't need to be panicky about, but it's the first time and hopefully only time I'm ever in this situation. And it's easy to get panicky, you know. And what I found, I don't know if that's the same for everyone, probably not, but when I'm in a compromised state, I think I've touched on this before, and I'm in a compromised state, you know, stress or lack of sleep or a bunch of those things, that's when the negative thoughts can get in, and they can be anything, you know. I can get up and feel all tired from being awake throughout the night, and I got all this news, and I had moments of fleeting thoughts. They weren't like I was indulging in them, but I had moments of fleeting thoughts of just being just dregs of society, you know, just complete failure and stuff like that. I don't even think it was long enough to have a complete thought. Caught it, threw it out, didn't own it, but these are the things that try to creep in. And I could almost promise you, I don't care who you are unless you're some monk that's spent their life in a cave. It's very hard to have those thoughts completely gone so they do not get you, but you can practice and practice and practice to get it down to a minimum. And it's not like you're squishing them away somewhere. You're clearing them, or you should be clearing them. Sort of Vipassana style. You know, just recognizing thoughts, let them go. Don't attach to them, don't be angry with them, don't attack them, and so on. But, so yeah, I had some overwhelm. Emailed a friend has been there, or is there, going through there, you know, who'd know a little more about what I'm going through, and they were really helpful. Thank you, Laura. Starting to feel much better. Probably a lot due to the conversation I had with Laura too. Laura left her, her sister left not too long ago, a couple of years ago, and a year and a remember now, my brain is just lost all sense of time. It wasn't that long ago anyways. Laura lost her sister, and just in that state I was in, I just, you know, it's like a light shines on someone, and I don't even know who it's going to be, that I feel safe approaching or chatting with or asking questions of, and that was the case. And I'm just going with the flow. You know, I'm trying not to question things. I just sometimes need comfort. And, you know, it's like I have to have someone tuned in to the right wavelength or vibration, energy level, for me to feel comfortable, getting advice or just words of comfort. I can be the adult all through the day or something, or a bunch of days, and then I'll just snap into being like a scared child. And then I've learned when that child comes out, you got to deal with the child the way you deal with a child. You don't just push them aside and say later. You do your best to make them feel comfortable and help ease their stress, because they're a child. They don't understand the same level as an adult. So I take that in, and I just totally absentmindedly made this coffee and didn't even pay attention to Nicaragua, right? I like that one a lot, actually. I had that yesterday. So my hair feels better, my face feels fresh. Well, I'm not a big sweating person, I have to say, so I'm not a person that deals with a lot of body odor. Anyways, I could probably run a mile and then still not have stinky armpits, so I'm very lucky that way, but I still, every morning, wash at least my armpits and other bits, and then dry, and then each week get a good shower in. But yeah, Christine that's down the road makes the best butter tarts, is going to once a week give me a hair wash, so I can even have that extra wonderfulness, stepping into a warm place, having my hair washed for me. What a luxury. I thought, darn, she washes my hair when I get my hair cut. I wonder if I could just get for a hair wash. So thank you, Christine. Thank you, Laura. Yeah, I hear it cracking here. Thank you, Nicaragua, red honey, coffee beans. I am grateful for all the help I get from all my friends, and that's why I tell you I love you, because I do. I may not have said that before, because I wasn't good at saying it, and I also wasn't sure of what I felt. But everything's gone on, and losing Raven, I don't choose to not love someone. Life's too short. There we go. Life's too short not to love people. That's what I say. I think this could be just about right. I think I've gone up a notch in roasting my beans. I just did that one effortlessly, and they look beautiful. Tor wants. Hi, Tor. Hello. Hello, Bubba. We're gonna go for a walkie soon. Yes, we are. Okay. So I'd mentioned probably in a few videos that one of the coffee hacks I learned for the AeroPress was you put 2 filters in instead of 1, and it just smoothens it out even more. So I've been doing that forever since. Oh, there we go. Oh, those beans look damn good. Cool them down a bit so they don't keep roasting too much. Glad I put my grinder in a Ziploc, because there's lots of humidity everywhere. Come on, little beans. Oh, yes. Bring up sound a little bit. I know some people were saying the music was a bit too loud, so I've got the speaker way off in the distance. I hope that works better. I just like having a little bit of music in the morning. It lifts my spirits. You know, I had made this promise that I would be transparent and open and share things, and I felt like it was going to be a big job and a burden to have to keep doing that. And there's times where it takes a bit of an effort to remind myself, no, I said I would be transparent, and then I would tell certain things that I didn't want to say, wanted to hide. But I do find, this is just a little report on something I didn't know, but so far I found that by just being open and honest about things that I thought I should be hiding out of shame or whatever, really, I don't know, I feel better. I feel more empowered because I don't have something to be afraid of or ashamed of or whatever. But I'll tell you, people are asking me, a lot of people are asking me now that Raven's gone, am I just gonna come back to the city? And then in the same breath, they're saying that they're all kind of keeping their distance from everyone and paranoid of getting COVID and things. And I just think, like, if they had thought twice before asking me that question, they would have got the answer. You know, yeah, it's lonely out here, and yeah, wouldn't mind a visit once in a while. But other times I don't want to visit because I'm busy working, and the visit would distract me. So it just depends on the day. But Ziploc, I'm not made to zip very often, are they? But overall, I really like it out here. I'm making some good friends. It takes time. And you know, I want to be able to offer the soul print experience that I feel is necessary. And I feel that the soul print experience must, to be fully a soul print healing experience, it must be out in nature. It's one aspect that has to be. I've learned this over time. You know, I'm not urban primitive in that sense anymore. I'm nomad. And I had to make that change because, and that's also why I don't want to travel, is I don't want to compromise the service I'm offering, the healing I'm offering. And I'm getting the right people coming up here, I'll tell you. You know, a lot of indigenous people, I just flew right past me. A lot of indigenous people, friends coming up but actually getting their own indigenous markers, symbols, sacred tattoos. And that was my dream when I started. Not like just for indigenous people, but it's for that within all of us. And now is the time where people are really waking up and tuning into their true and deeper selves. And it makes me feel really good. And I love that I'm being sought out for this service. Now, I also do want to mention, I'm going to leave that one for another video because it should be. But I want to mention another tattoo artist that I now consider a soul print artist. There's only myself and this other person that I endorse as a soul print artist or soul printer, whatever you'd want to call it. I don't really have a term. He has gotten to such a great level with his work. I sort of jump-started him long ago. Well, his name's Corson, but I'll do a fuller introduction later. And he's out. I got to get the address as well. See, that's why I want to do a full one on him. But he's out sort of somewhere between BC and Alberta, out in the forest again, out in the wilderness, building his soul print studio. And he's a wonderful guy. He was a wonderful guy back when I taught him. He's just taken it to a whole new level. But he's also operates from the place from a soul level. And And that's what's necessary with this kind of work. So he both now has amazing work, it's original of his own style, but with this dot matrix type of energy feel to it. And he understands these inner processes that people will come to him and do come to him for him to provide the service. So now there are two soul print artists, one here in the east and one out there in the west. So we're growing. I would love to train more soul print artists. Not that they would become a soul print artist right away, because it takes years, as it took course and humility, you know. Sit quiet, move forward and listen. He's your guy. I just told him, I think it was a week ago, that I finally found a tattoo artist that I would want to do some work on me, and that's him. I know loads of tattoo artists, and I love them, I love their work, but it's just not a match. So that's what I mean. It's where they're coming from and everything. I have, by the way, some great tattoo artists out there. Danny Bowman, one person I think of a lot. Such an awesome guy. Love him to bits. Ireland has a studio out there. Tom Ptolemy. Love that dude as well. I think those are the two artists I appreciate the most, and I know the best. So Tom from England, Southend-on-Sea, Silver Needle Studio, and Danny Bowman in Ireland. I don't know the name of the studio, damn it. And he also works around, and he's organizing a lot of events. Things, of course, got slowed down by the Jabberwockies, shall we say. This whole big thing that people are not enjoying. But yeah, so Danny's always working on something, and he's fighting health issues as well from an accident. From a motorcycle accident. Got pins and stuff in his spine, in his neck, vertebrae. Okay, here we go. I've never gone hunting, but I'm guessing this would be kind of the hunt camp experience. Oh, wow. I'm getting good enough now where I can control the roasting to where it's just the darker of medium rather than the lighter of medium. I was in this place where I only felt safe I'm not going further or else I go into really dark. But now I've got 3 times in a row, I think, I've been able to just nudge it a little bit more, but not actually go to where it tastes burnt and takes over the tastes that I love. Wow. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to turn this off because it's going to go into 2 videos. Thank you so much.